All right, ladies and gentlemen, how's everyone doing today? Wonderful Monday, the 16th of October today. And I would like to welcome you all in our trading session. How's everyone doing? How have your trading been going recently? Do you have any your ups and downs, some recent insights from the market, some recent updates? What's going on? What's going on in your trading life? I'm very excited to hear that. As for me, my trading has been going pretty well recently. I mean, even though I've been trading for, say, 10 plus years, uh, I keep exploring and, of course, not obviously not every week, but occasionally I happen to stumble upon some new insights. I noticed um, I noticed one thing that I sort of, well, I mean, like I pretty much previously I would always pay attention to it, but maybe uh, not as significantly as before. But since probably the last few weeks, I've really traded a few patterns called false breakout or false breakdown. So, in a nutshell, to put it very simple, right, in just a few words, usually such a pattern occurs. Well, in fact, it is a synonym to the pin bar pattern, or the not the pin bar, but also the doji, something like a doji looking candlestick or a pin bar. And obviously, one example is here, gold. And I've really been putting a lot of emphasis on this in my trades, and I've had quite a few um, very significant trades. And probably the most important point is that I really managed to gain a big potential. So those trades they were open on basically on stocks and indices. And well, the main point is that they were opened in forex mode. So in forex mode, that stuff plays a huge role. Okay, so such patterns play a big role, obviously, on FTT mode too, so you can use them. But when it comes to FTT, but when it comes to forex, that might be a game changer for some people. So I really encourage you to start paying more attention. Yeah, I mean, like this one, Asia Composite Index, and yeah, like this one. See, it's kind of like this false breakout. The price here tried to break above this level, and then it couldn't. Right. So yeah, basically that was the last attempt by the by the buyers to really push this. Uh, yeah, to really push this price up. Well, they couldn't. And afterwards, the price sort of got stuck here, stayed, and couldn't really move anywhere near to this high. So basically, it sort of got stuck here. And then, yeah, we saw this decline. This pattern works well. The most important thing that you have to note is that this pattern is a reversal pattern. So it doesn't really work well, for example, here. So even though, for example, this candlestick, so before there was this green kind of pin bar looking candlestick, and then it got followed by this red candlestick. But this movement wasn't really significant, right? It was okay for FTT mode of trading, but with forex, no, there is no potential here. So you need to have a trend which precedes appearance of this pattern. So that is a very crucial point here, right? So there has to be some trend before. So it can be a downtrend, it can be an uptrend, but I mean, look, a perfect example here once again. So Asia Composite Index, bam, 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 going upwards, bam, a classic pin bar pattern, and from there we also have this. I don't really remember like what's, I don't really know what's the proper word to say this in English. I usually call it like a sliding or something, like a collapse, because before price goes upwards, and this, no, hold on a second, this, I think it's called like consumption candlestick or something. But basically, this candlestick, this big candlestick is, first of all, it's bigger than some 10 previous candlesticks, and then it's kind of like, it's kind of slides of a cliff, right? It's like a fall, it fell off a cliff, and then we see totally new trend. So we can apply, for example, here the RSI indicator, and that might give us a little bit confirmation as well. Yes, so this pattern here got also confirmed by the RSI indicator, and probably it's one of those divergence looking patterns, because even though this area of the chart is higher than this one, than the previous maximum, local maximum, yet on the RSI indicator, this this high, this top, this maximum corresponds with a lower value or area of the RSI indicator. And then basically we enter the normal area from above, and that is usually a very strong sign. Well, that's probably like the classic one, right? So that's the classic sign for a down trade. So dear traders, does any one of you use this pattern in your trades? Maybe you have some comments. I will be very happy to hear from you about these patterns, because these patterns, like I said, they are and most importantly, they appear quite a few times per day. So it's not really, I would say, like the most common pattern out there, but definitely it is among the most common ones. So patterns like that, they keep appearing and reappearing on charts almost every hour. Well, not every hour, but since you can find these patterns on 15-minute time frame, 10, 15, 1 hour, you don't really need much time, and you don't need to do everything like urgently, with urgency. You can do everything in a very comfortable pace, slowly, thoughtfully, gradually, going from one chart to another, trying to find that pattern. Now, let me have a look at chat. Language Hindi. Yes, we have language Hindi tomorrow and on Thursday. So please join those streams. We have our channel where we have streams in Hindi, and that is called OLYMP TRADE India. So you can search that on YouTube. And we have another, well, basically the nearest one is tomorrow. Bad response in support center. Wow, that's interesting. So, dear Kamral, if you can elaborate on this issue a little bit in more detail, I would really appreciate that, because I would really like to know what is wrong with our support center. So, are you talking about help center, or are you referring to our customer support where specialists reply your questions? Yeah. So first of all, let's talk about my positions. My open trades in this account is basically Bitcoin and Ripple. I think I'm becoming I'm sort of like now trying to persuade myself, yes, Bitcoin will grow, Bitcoin will rise. I have pretty big investments overall, not just on this account, but also in a few other accounts. In cryptos, in Bitcoin, I really do believe that now in the coming times of financial instability, which are pretty much the likelihood of these events, it's like 90%, right? So all major analysts and financial experts, they agree that they agree that difficult times are ahead of us in terms of finance, in terms of look at inflation, interest rates, slowdown in the European economy, and a new trade war between, well, now it's the European and China. So the latest piece of news, which I happened to read, like some big article, it was about the new tariffs which got imposed by the European Union on Chinese electric vehicles, and that the amount of those tariffs equals 25%. Wow. So this is basically confirmation that the European Union, basically they acknowledge that they seem to have lost the battle for electric vehicles, and for the European economy, which is still second largest economy. No, is it third largest? Yeah, I think it's, yeah, right. So if you think about the European Union in general, that's the third largest economy. First place, of course, belongs to the United States, even though now it's contested by China. So it's China and the United States, place 1 and 2. And on the third step, of course, it's the European Union. And now the European Union is, they many times have declared this thing that they want to go with the carbon neutral economy by, was it 2050? I think it was 2050, right? And by 2030, they wanna stop selling internal cars with internal combustion engines, ICE, internal combustion engines. And now they basically, they sort of say that, we don't know what to do. Like, the Chinese electric vehicles are cheaper, more reliable, they are in more demand, and we don't know what to do. That's the reply of the European authorities. Now, since I start mentioning and talking about cryptos, now I think many cryptos have a lot of potential in terms of this reversal and potential run towards some previous highs, even I don't know, like even Binance coin can easily go towards 300, 400, and at the same time, I think that Bitcoin now has, despite being the heaviest cryptocurrency, the most heavily capitalized cryptocurrency, I still do believe that this cryptocurrency still might be the highest, has the highest growth potential. And there is very simple explanation to this. Because everyone knows of Bitcoin. Not so many people know, I mean, even nowadays, not many people know or look beyond Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum, but who knows about Matic? Who knows about Kusama? So all these cryptocurrencies, they are backed by some technological blockchain project, like Doge. Oh yeah, everyone knows about Dogecoin because of Elon Musk. Thank you, Elon Musk. But other than that, I don't really see any major updates here in this field. So, and so my recommendation, even though I don't like to give direct recommendations, but I would really look into building a portfolio of cryptocurrencies. So and just sort of spreading your finance between maybe 30% to Bitcoin, 20% to Ethereum, and then the remaining 50% I would distribute and allocate among maybe 10 or 15 other smaller cryptocurrencies. So that would be my approach to this subject. Well, so guys, let's move on. The video is not clear. Please refresh your browser or change the properties of video, like the video quality. It's in the lower right hand side corner of the stream. So please go ahead and click there and change that, because the quality is when I stream it, it's all right. So Brent has a lot of upside potential due to new war. Well, Brent oil. In fact, I missed this move on Friday. I wasn't really trading much on Friday. And I really did miss this like bull run. So that was a big one. So yes, whenever there is instability in the Middle East, especially of the size and scale of the scope that is currently unfolding there, obviously Brent is one of those assets that will be going up in price. So last week we saw gold and Brent. So these two assets, they really pretty much covered all their losses, all their preceding losses, and are now trading. So gold is trading above the above 1900, so 1917 per troy ounce, and Brent is trading here at almost 80 or sorry $90 per barrel, and that's really not the limit. It can go higher. So another story. What would be my suggestion here? Well, I would definitely look at these two assets from the perspective of further continuation of the current uptrend. I don't really see any, unless some, like say, black swan or some unexpected news turn up and sort of change the whole dynamics of what's going on. I still think that now we are sort of looking at upside potential here, uptrend. Right. What else can we talk about here? So, So I wanted to mention also natural gas, even though we don't have this asset available for trading in Forex mode. It's only available in FTT mode. But last week there was a nice upwards push of almost 20%. So from the 1st of October and up until the 10th or 11th of October, price gained almost 20%, and now we are going down a little bit. It's the third day of decline, but things can of course change because winter is coming in Europe, and not just in Europe but in many countries, and you need natural gas to basically produce energy and to heat your homes and other buildings in your country. I'm talking about Europe, of course, because and the northern hemisphere where we have winter, right? So if you live in a warm country in the south, then you don't really need that, I guess. But in Europe and other northern countries like Canada, the United States, and many others, and many European countries, and also China, I think some parts of China are really dependent on natural gas. So all those places are going to be needing a lot of gas, and that also pushes prices up. Wow, a good question here from Akpak. Can we create a new crypto asset like Bitcoin on our own and become first trillionaire? Well, let me show you one thing. I don't know if you know this, but yeah, let me just share this information. This is a very nice topic, interesting topic. So this website, CoinMarketCap, we used to show it a lot when crypto was hotter than it is today. And basically on this, what is interesting, right? So the most interesting point here, which I want to draw your attention, let me find where it is. So there was a total list of cryptocurrencies, and there was a number of cryptocurrencies that can be traded. 1.8 million plus? No, I don't believe it. Doesn't seem to be correct. No, I think it was somewhere around 10,000 or 20,000 cryptocurrencies that are listed on this crypto exchange. And let me just share volume. Okay, so we have 89 pages of 100 cryptocurrencies in it. So answering your question, yes, some people, maybe they had read by Rich Dad, Poor Dad book, and one of the advice of that book was like, create your company and sell stocks for that company. So yes, we have these crypto heroes: Ethereum 2.0, WAGMI, Chibi Inu, Baby Yoshi Ape, Spider Cat, Check DM Sir, Elon Cat, Crypto News Flash, Milord, Boba Cat, Arena Deathmatch, Bedrock, Bullfrog, PvP Trading, Socio. Guys, I mean, it's 9,000 cryptocurrencies out there. But how many of them have market capitalization of at least? Well, I mean, like, yeah, if you look at Oasis, for example, that's number 100. It still has market capitalization of almost $300 million, and that's not small, in fact. So yes, there are like at least 200 projects with market capitalization of of at least 100 million, right? So almost 100 million. That is huge. And if you think also about it, that it doesn't really, like, you don't need to buy, like a restaurant, a building, machinery. All you need to do is you need a development team and a marketing team and some idea behind it, and basically you can create a cryptocurrency. And then, yeah, I mean, like, it's really amazing. I mean, like, it just like blows my mind how some people who are like probably smart enough or tricky enough or cunning enough, they managed to pretty much create these cryptocurrencies, and they're like millionaires now. Yes, I mean, let's do it. I mean, I support your idea. Now, the difficult question is how exactly we do it. How exactly do we do it? Given the fact that now everyone is sort of like concerned and cautious about cryptocurrencies, and not many people, as I think, are willing to, sort of invest in these projects. Yeah. So, any other questions, guys? Right. So, yeah. Now it looks like cryptocurrency craze is a little bit over. Is at the end. Now we have to do what we used to do. What we used to do before is basically to trade, right? So, what else can we do? So, let's have a look at a few more currencies that I want to mention today in my analysis. And first of all, I want to mention our beloved Euro USD, which is probably still the most heavily traded asset in the world. And I think finally we are seeing signs of reversal, finally. And yeah, so we can really move upwards from here. And I think we are at the double bottom pattern here, right? Looks like that. So this might be a reversal sign. Also, the pound would be a nice, interesting asset, which I also think is about to like reverse and really start going upwards. These are really interesting trading ideas that I see today in terms of forex trades and more or less mid-term investments. Now, a few more things that I want to mention today with you guys is so what's happening now? The earnings season has started, right? So it started, and it's probably this week and 2 weeks ahead are going to be the most important ones, and they will be full of different earnings reports, and we are going to see a lot of activity there. So you just need to click here on the events tab and then join exclusive trading signals club. And almost every day we post analysis. Our analysts from our company, from the analytics department, they post trading ideas, they post signals, and they pretty much keep you in the know about of what's going on in the earnings report season. So please pay attention to that. It's a very important thing to do, and this might be a nice a nice opportunity to actually see some volatility on some assets and make some forecasts and make some money. What is the best trading advice you can give to a new trader as myself? Definitely the best piece of advice, the best piece of advice would be to actually do not be in a rush to sort of win all the money in the world today, like, or within 1 week or within 1 month. So take it slow. Okay, so there is no need to be in a rush, and spend enough time learning. And and also have a trading journal. Do your analysis on the weekend. I mean, every weekend I steal almost every weekend. Okay, let's be frank. I've been trading for 10 years now, not every weekend, but almost every weekend. Like this Saturday, I stayed and I looked at all my trades from the previous 2 weeks. And I saw some nice patterns and I saw mistakes which I could have avoided. And those mistakes, they basically cost me not so much in lost money, but a lot of cash, a lot of money in unrealized profits. So some trades where I ejected from those trades way too early. And those that was 2 trades that could have generated me so much profit. I cannot believe that so it's all about, it's not so much about entries, it's also a lot about when you exit your trades, especially when it comes to Forex. So yes, it's about Forex, yes. With fixed time trades, everything is easy. You are either right, or you are wrong, and there isn't like this like double thought about that. You either win on a trade or you lose on a trade. So it's quite simple in this sense. But when it comes to Forex, yes, you also have to pay a lot of attention to where you exit your trades, because many people, they just exit their trades way too early. I don't know, I've been holding on to this trade of Bitcoin. I opened it on September 14th. So I've been sitting in this position for, okay, now at least, wow, yeah, we are going towards 20. Okay, look, this is amazing. So we are really pushing north here. And yeah, okay, I was talking about Bitcoin, and now 10 minutes into this webinar, or 30 minutes into this webinar, and you can see how fast and how high we are climbing. So guys, 30,000 level, I mean, like, the likelihood of that is, well, probably like 90%. I'm giving you 90% chance that the $30,000 level will be pierced, and from there we are going to see further growth towards, I don't know, like 35,000 and then 40,000. I mean, look at what's going on. Crypto, Bitcoin is probably one of those places where, of course, you cannot store, hundreds of billions there. But for people, for wealthy people who are not that rich, maybe people who have a few $1 million, they can sort of park those millions in Bitcoin and sort of keep it. And you don't have to keep it in your house. All you need to do is just remember your password and store it on some exchange. So that is why basically Bitcoin is gaining so much popularity, and also that's part of the reason why it's surging right in front of our eyes. I mean, it's really amazing how I talked about it 15-20 minutes back, and now it's surging. I don't know what caused it, but look, it's plus $1,500 upwards. Which strategy do you think is friendly to a new trader? Well, I don't know really how to answer this question, because you need to start with trying basically a few strategies. So, for example, I would definitely start with Excel, kind martin, diving. I would definitely watch some of the webinars that we have here on YouTube, and I would also talk to my financial analyst, which if your status in the company is expert or advanced, you can get at least 1 consultation per month, and you can talk with an experienced financial trader or analyst, trader, basically all guys who work in our company, all boys and girls who work in our company, they have real experience. So it's not just like demo trading. They all do have real experience in trading, and they can pretty much share their knowledge with you. That's that's the main goal of all this, of all that. So, wow, while Bitcoin is surging. So, guys, something that I mentioned, right? So, Bitcoin is surging, but what about other cryptocurrencies? Ripple. Is Ripple going to catch up? Yes, it will. It started to catch up. So, first goes Bitcoin, then Ethereum follows, and then all other cryptocurrencies follow. So, even though it's not too late. So, that's how it works. Wow, look. It went up by 5% while we were talking. No, hold on. Not 5%. This one went by 3%. Yeah, Ethereum went up by 3% today. So, talking about friendly strategies for new traders. Well, I would say I would have a kind of like a broader approach to that. I would look at it as I would definitely maybe like frame this question is so how do I learn how to trade in general? Not so much like the first strategy, and I would definitely start with simple strategies. Like I said, Axel, Friday, triple rebound, sliding on averages. So sliding on averages, great strategy. All you need to do is you need to, where it is? Oh, it's not available in Forex, right? I have to go back to FTT mode of trading. So all you need to do with this strategy sliding on averages. And yeah, so the signal is simple. Two SMAs cross. That's it. So this one crosses, the yellow one crosses the blue one upwards, bam, that's up signal. Here is a down signal. Okay, another up signal somewhere here. Yes, after gap, up signal, and you open a trade. So guys, it's fairly simple, and you don't really have to overcomplicate things. Wow. So an interesting question here. Hi Thomas, I'm planning to become completely new trader. I mean, I will not trade remaining days. Is it a good idea? Well, obviously, if you know how to make money from the news and you can do it consistently, I would say it's all right. It's a good idea. Basically, you don't have to be glued in front of your screen or smartphone for many hours a day straight. All you need to do is you basically open that device, you open the economic calendar, you set reminders for the upcoming week, and then you trade. Now, the other problem is that still you need to learn how to trade certain technical patterns. And another most difficult issue here is how do you predict the outcome of the news? So, I mean, there is no way to say with 100% certainty that on this news, prices will go up or prices will go down. It just doesn't work like that. It's like that. So I don't really think that's a kind of like a very good idea to sort of concentrate, to limit yourself to just news trading. I would say that everything has to be in balanced. Like balanced approach is always the key. So yeah, that would be my answer. So it's, for me personally, I like trading news and I always watch all the major news releases, but I don't limit myself to just news trading. All right, so this seems to be the last question for today. Guys, I would like to thank you all for your attention. I wish you a wonderful trading week, nice results, and to learn something positive, something valuable from this week. And do not forget about the VIP department of OLYMP TRADE, where we are here at your disposal, so we can you can schedule a consultation with our analyst, and we'll gladly conduct a trading session for you. So yeah, stay tuned and have a wonderful trading week, guys. Bye bye.